painting, pen and ink on canvas, and you can see a couple of faces, not just one, on this painting. And if you look hard, you can even see some shadows, like silhouettes. And this painting is also very similar, but it's different in the sense that the strokes are darker, and also there's a newsprint on this, you can see, and canvas. And this painting is one of my favorite paintings because it has a lot of different expressions, and this comprises of small brush strokes, tiny brush strokes, very similar to pointillistic style. And this is the repose. So this painting has some impression of cubism, and you can see this one. This is a painting which is again one of my favorites because of the colors that I've used. The entire painting comprises of tiny brush strokes similar to pointillism, and I've used gold to paint this, gold leaf, as well as burnt canvas below. These two are a pair, and there's a lot of depth and richness in the eyes, and the colors are very minimalist. This is a monochrome painting in black and white, and this painting has a very pensive look, and this is quite the opposite of this painting. So I've used a lot of colors, multicolors in this work, and this painting reminds me of someone who's very close to my heart, who's like my grandmother. And so I painted her with a lot of fondness and used textile for her to drape her. This is also oil on canvas. This painting reminds me of my visit to Thailand when I was at the beach, and this is an old man whom I met at a construction site in Romania. He's from China, and this is from my own imagination again. This is called Homecoming. This is a very bright painting where you can see how I've depicted the droplets of water falling on her face. And this is during my visit to Kenya. And I stayed in Kenya, and I painted this from memory. This going to market is also from my memory, my impression of the Kenyans, life in Kenya.
In advance, sincerely, I have a script in front of me, as rote learning 12th grade curriculum does not exactly permit me to rote learn anymore and push my memory beyond its bounds. But greetings and welcome to one and all present here today. And before I begin, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Padma Shri Biman Das, and to Ms. Anshul Sudani, and to Shri Bablu Basak for helping my mother put together this exhibition today. So, the visage, superficially, can be defined as the face. But whose face? Is the concept of the visage limited only to the living creature? The visage, according to the Oxford Dictionary, can be defined as the face's form and proportions of its features. And aren't form and proportion part and parcel of existence itself? Doesn't the idiom "on the face of it" imply that an it may also have a face? What this rhetoric means to say is that everything has a face. And my postulation is that the notion of the visage is omnipresent in the entirety of existence and all dispositions of it. But is the visage elusive or genuine? Simply put, there really is no way to know what lies beyond the face. For example, if I didn't have a strip to refer to today, then I would interpret my face as being utterly mortifying, whereas another at this very time and place may find novelty at the angle at which my visage rests. And even this could be a portrait. And such is the nature of every exhibit here today. And once again, concluding, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for gracing this space with your presence here today and allowing your visages to converge with mine.
Most noble editor, senior most art critic and writer. And I hope she'll join us in the lamp lighting ceremony.
Thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Brochure of the exhibition.
I'm sorry for a delay because of the traffic jam, and I have not seen her work, Sohini, from Calcutta, and I do hope that you all will be enjoying the way he painted the portrait or paintings. At a glance, to see me, it's unique, and she has the capability of making various application of our paintings. Maybe subjects may be the same, but I do hope she will continue. As you know, there is no end. There is no end. And another thing, I will just quote one very special words from the great sculptor in England, Sir Henry Moore. Sir Henry Moore, when I had the golden chance to meet him and spend for a day with him, I was very young at that time, in 1973.
I thought you were still young.
Anyway, and a whole day I spent, and he has so much of love and respect for our country that he expressed himself that I am rather very unfortunate that I couldn't able to visit that great country that is India. I have taken all the sources of classical Indian sculptures. My initial source are Indian sculptures, my mother and child's and others, the way of forms. And ultimately, when he just end of the day, he uttered one sort of a advice or blessings, whatever may be. I'm just uttering his voice. Look, dear, don't depend on mood. Look, dear, don't depend on mood. You will have to scroll your hand whenever you find time, maybe in the cafeteria, maybe when you are in the classroom, while you are traveling in the train, your hand should be scrolled on a paper, whatever the medium is available. You know when and how the forms will come. Maybe seriously, maybe non-seriously. But unless and until you scroll your hand, you cannot expect that you are getting some composition. So, don't depend on mood. I don't depend on mood till today. I have completed my 30th solo show, and she is the great lady who has written on me for 12 pages.
It's a pleasure and an honor. Enjoyed it.
So, dear Sohini, don't depend on mood.